4. Ready. Ready. Get set. Go ahead. Get set. All right, come on. Out. Get set. Alpha. Ready. Hut. Hey, get set. Get on. Ready. Ready, set. Ready. Set. Drift. Set. Ready. Out. All right. Set. Yeah, ready. Out. Ready, set. Sit on. 3, kick. Solo like giant. Let's go. Exec. Ready. Hey, come on, two. Hey, good save. Come on, two. All right, fellas, listen up. Out. Ready. 20 GX. TX. Watch it, Austin. Ready. Whoa! Cut! Ready. 21G. Hey! Go ahead. Ready to stand.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tua to throw right away.
He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Now Tua going to change the play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 3rd down, Henry trucks over him. How did he stay on his feet? And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
In motion right is Pittman. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Still going inside the 20.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Michael Pittman,
26 yards.
and the Jets are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
T.J. Watt from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. There, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it. Because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one's
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Inside handoff, Henry. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Butker's kick here is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Fields. That is caught.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Fields.
Forced out to his left. Complete to right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing again is Fields. He's across midfield.
And finally brought down at the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Fields now to throw.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jalen Wright, 38 yards. And the Falcons are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
That 2 is going to change things up.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Again, it's Henry. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Tua sets up to pass it.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry, a 13-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's taken in by...
But I think the ball's out.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tua. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Henry up the middle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw is Fields.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
With the score, Jets 17, Falcons 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They've played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And it will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the Longman way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now 2 are going to change the play.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Going to the air. Tagovailoa out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Able to power through. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you'd better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Now they'll change things up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 10, Fields. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. Tua going to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, Sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Von Miller showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Over the middle, complete. It's Palmer.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fields changing the play. Right. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Justin Fields,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the...
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Throwing Tua. Henry again on second down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's first down. Now they'll audible to something else. Tua. Look at the big fella go. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
This is first and 10. Tua's going to change things up.
Now a handoff to Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll come up now on second down. Here's Tua. Second down, they go again with Henry.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here. Now Tua.
Derrick Henry.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell going to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the New York Jets, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will conclude our coverage this year on EA Sports. I want to thank my partner, Charles Davis, for another incredible season together in the booth. Till the fall, folks, Brandon Gaudin saying good night from New Orleans.
Go run, check.